The scene starts in a run-down factory with screams filling the air. A group of people looks at a guy that hangs from a ceiling, with a group of zombies gathered below him. We learn that his name is Jiang Xiaoyong, and it seems like the group killed all of Jiang's friends and tells him that his life is now meaningless because of it. Jiang blames himself for their deaths. He then curses the woman and vows that she will get the death she deserves. The woman clings to a big man and tells him that Jiang is angry at her again. The big man then said that he'll torture him slowly. But before he presses a button that will drop Jiang to the zombie pit, he thanked him for the supplies the group stole from Jiang and tells him that they will now live more comfortably for the next few months. As we see Jiang fall to his demise, his final words were to make them pay for what they did if he has another chance to live again. Then suddenly, he woke up from the sound of shouting directed at him. As a female figure loudly asked why Jiang haven't added her name to the house deed and if he even loves her, he internally panics as to what just happened and theorized that he might have been returned to the past, to the time before the apocalypse. Through his memories, he told us a story from the past of how he was deceived by Jing because she did not only steal the inheritance money his parents have left him, he also ended up homeless from that. Then after that, the disaster that suddenly occurred started to turn most of the human population into flesh-eating zombies that made the whole world even more unsafe and chaotic to live in. He then later made friends that helped him get through tough times, and because of them, he has built a safe zone to survive the apocalypse. But unfortunately for them, a girl named Jing pretended to be a desperate person that seeks refuge. She inevitably deceived them and gained their pity. But she was sent by the enemy as a Trojan horse to destroy them. We then go back to the present, where the same girl is yapping about the money she must have for the marriage to happen. She did not change her personality from the apocalypse. She's just that greedy. As much as he wants to just end her, he can't act impulsively. He must take the logical approach. She tells him that she will give her a week for him to. She failed to finish her sentence as Jiang cut her off, told her that he got the memo and kicks her out. The woman was surprised and wondered when the supposed lackey Jiang Xiaoyong became extremely confident. As she starts to leave, Jiang looked at the time and realized that the apocalypse will happen in a month and that he should prepare for the upcoming event. Suddenly, a window appears before him that tells him that he now has a mission to prepare for the apocalypse, in which he must own a piece of land, have supplies that will last for a year. Completion of the task awards him with 10 points that can be exchanged for rewards in the system store. He marveled at the existence of the system before him and wondered what the mission rewards are and what they can be exchanged into. He sees 3 possible items: a syringe called Physical Enhancement Potion that can be bought for 20 points, an Apocalypse Pharma-type supply box for 2 points, and lastly the Protagonist-type supply box for 10 points. And if nothing is to his liking, he can simply refresh the choices for 2 points. I have no idea what this text means, but his face looks astonished by what he sees. He almost forgot one memory, that in his previous life he was focused on saving for the bride price of Jing, which led to him being weak and malnourished. So first order of business is to eat well, since in a month, food will start to diminish and zombies will rise. Some time has passed, but the food has arrived. He was amazed at the sight of the luxurious Michelin 3-star takeout. He starts to take a piece and wonders what pork that costs 300 yuan, or approximately $42, tastes like. As his pork hits his tongue, he shouted that it's delicious while his shirt gets ripped to pieces in his imagination. He spent no time devouring all of the food before him, but as he's about to eat his last crab leg, his phone rang. As he checked who it is, he sees that it was a girl named Wen Shuya, Jing's friend. The moment he accepted the call, a loud shouting noise came out of his phone. It seems like most friends are alike. Her friend ranted about his treatment of Jing and told him that he is compelled to give his property to prove that he loves her. The audacity of that woman. She then stated that Jing was just trying to test him and he failed. He then told him to give Jing what she deserves and apologize, and she might help him rekindle his relationship with Jing. or expect them to break up if he still refused. However, her threats don't work on him and yelled back at her, telling her to get lost, and she doesn't even have the right to test him. Before she even thinks of a comeback to what he just said, he hangs up the phone. After he tried to relax his nerves for a while, he got back to the main objective, and that is to buy and own a piece of land. He stated that he will build the strongest fortress on that land. Not only will it be fortified, it should also be near a water source and a forest. As he roams inside a building with people in suits, he meets a woman that greeted him and asked him if he wants to rent or buy a house. He told her that he wants neither as we wants to. He wanted to finish his sentence, but the conversation got cut off by a man who tells the woman named Xiaoyong to help move boxes in the back, as they have a large stock of toilet papers to tend to. That man that cut them off was the manager of the real estate, named Zhu. She tried to explain that she was attending to a client, but the manager got impatient and ordered her to go work in the back. He then speaks ill of Jiang and tells him that he doesn't have good clothing, and that he probably can't even afford to buy a toilet. Jiang got pissed off by his unpleasant demeanor and urged him to repeat what he just said to him. He doubled down and told him that he looks down on people like him and announced that if he can buy a toilet, he'll personally livestream himself eating crap. This will be a sight to see in the future, and the more likes this video gets, the more likely that future will come. So please like and subscribe, since it gives me motivation. Farewell.